Adjust those headphones, get locked in your gaming chair, get the caffeine flowing, and get ready for a Crosshair Conversation with Chrissy. You ready to load in? Welcome back to Crosshair Conversations, your go-to podcast for all things tech, gaming, geek culture, and today we're going to be talking about streaming culture. I'm ChrissyHQ, and this is a bonus episode. That's what this is. We're going to be talking about a super important and honestly kind of a heavy topic that's been making waves across the streaming community. So if you're part of Twitch or the Kick scene, then you probably already know what I'm talking about. Today we're exploring the growing rivalry between Twitch and Kick streamers, and particularly we're going to focus on harassment and altercations that went down at TwitchCon. Small disclaimer, because of my own physical ailments and because of medical issues, I unfortunately was not able to make it to this year's TwitchCon San Diego. But I was at last year's and I plan on being at next year's. So with that being said, I was not there. Wanted to make that very clear. Moving on, I know this topic is going to be quite intense, and it's not usually what I talk about here, but I think it is crucial about how these platforms are shaping not only the future of gaming, but also the culture around it. Since it is such a big part of my life, I think that it is very important to make this episode. It's time to have these conversations in the gaming world, especially for us girl gamers or those of us that are part of the LGBTQIA+ community. And just those in the minority community. Things are changing rapidly, and we're already harassed quite a bit enough online. So it's time to buckle down and break it down, and let's just have an episode where there's going to be a lot to think about. Now, let's start at the beginning. How did we get here? The battle between Kick and the battle between Twitch. We've got to go back quite a bit, right? So Twitch has always kind of been the dominant platform for quite a few years. Obviously, there was Mixer, but if you wanted to watch or you wanted to be part of the live streaming space these past couple of years, it's been Twitch. That's been your place to be. But Twitch has become bigger, and with that, it's faced a lot of scrutiny, and it's had to add some more policies and stricter moderation, making it a kind of dissatisfying for some of the creators, you know, especially big name ones who felt like their input wasn't really being taken seriously. But then we entered Kick, right? Kick launched as a rival platform to Twitch. Kick promised to be a more creator-friendly approach with higher revenue splits. We all know the 95-5, more freedom in content creating, and looser moderation. And it became very appealing to streamers, I being one of them. They didn't feel restricted by Twitch and the terms, and they wanted to take home a bigger chunk of income. Who can say no to that? Sure enough, Kick started pulling some big names. People moved over in the search for greener pastures, and the rival started, and it's been brewing for a while. I honestly think, though, it all kind of came to a head recently at TwitchCon this year. So let's talk about what went down. Why did this blow up into actual physical altercations, harassment, and just chaos? This year's TwitchCon was supposed to go like any other TwitchCon, streamers meeting fans, brands making deals, panels, and of course the typical industry drama. But it happened. It did. All of that happened. But then also there was quickly, apparently, tension between Twitch and Kick streamers. That became the front and center very quickly. A lot of Kick streamers were present at TwitchCon, which in itself is not weird. It makes sense. No matter what platform you're on, TwitchCon is still the event for streamers in general. And what really escalated was the hostility between these two groups. Some of the harassment and altercation was spurred by Kick streamers openly antagonizing Twitch streamers. And there was a report of Kick streamers showing up in Kick branded merchandise, making spectacles of themselves and taunting Twitch streamers just on the convention floor, just out there in the open, in public doing it, right? So for some reason, it felt like a territorial invasion, right? Is that like too strong of a term, I guess? Kick streamers were there to flaunt their platform just in Twitch's own backyard, it was kind of like. And let's be real, a lot of it was performative. You know, it generated content, it got the views going, and it stirred up controversy, which is what a lot of people are looking for when it comes to content creating. But the first major incident that happened that I had heard of is when a group of Kick streamers allegedly surrounded a Twitch streamer at a fan meetup area, and they heckled them while live streaming the entire event, right? So the situation became aggressive super quickly. Insults were thrown. It wasn't long before convention security came and had to intervene. But the damage had already been done. The clips had been made. They were going viral on social media. Rivalry was thrown. It was going. Now let's talk about a more disturbing part of all of this, the harassment aspect, right? What happened at TwitchCon was not just banter. It wasn't just competitive rivalry or a jokey joke, as some people would say. It crossed a line into actual harassment in a lot of different ways, and especially for women streamers. Several female Twitch streamers reported being followed, being recorded without consent. One even cornered by a Kick affiliate, cornered by multiple Kick affiliate attendees. That's scary. And like I said, they're scary. They're not awkward. These aren't funny moments. They're scary. One female Twitch streamer, who we will not name because of privacy reasons, she shared her experience of being followed around by Kick streamers throughout the convention. They kept heckling her, making inappropriate comments, recording her reaction. When she tried to walk away, they followed her, all while live streaming to their Kick audience, encouraging their viewers to go harass her in the chat. And this isn't really just a violation of public space or like personal space in public, right? This is a blatant disregard for boundaries and respect, right? Things that are essential if we want to foster and create a welcoming community in this gaming space. We want this to grow. We want this to be big, but that's not doing it. I think that this reflects poorly on the streamers and the platforms. It reflects a wider issue here within the gaming culture. Does that make sense? Let's be real. This isn't about Twitch. This isn't about Kick. It's about how far people will go for the content, for the clicks, for the clout, even if it means making a person feel unsafe. And that's so wrong. So why does all this matter? It's easy to dismiss this as just streamer drama, but it goes much deeper than that. This rivalry between Twitch and Kick isn't a business competition. It's about the culture that these platforms are fostering. For Kick, the promise of fewer restrictions has attracted a number of streamers who feel choked or snuffed by Twitch's rules. But that lack of moderation also comes with a price. With looser rules, there's more room for toxic behavior, harassment, and actions that can spiral out or crash out, like we saw at TwitchCon. On the other hand, Twitch has been criticized for over-moderating and alienating its creators, and that pushback has just fueled Kick's rapid rise. It's no doubt. Like, you can look at the numbers, that's exactly what's happening. But as we move forward, I think both platforms need to seriously think about the kind of environment that they are creating. If this trend continues, like, will conventions, just like TwitchCon, will they feel safe? Will they feel enjoyable for creators? Or will they become a battleground for clout and harassment and all about the clicks and the views and not a welcoming space? I think this is very important. Like I said, female streamers, the LGBTQIA plus community, those of us in the minority communities, and honestly, just all streamers and content creators in general, we all face enough harassment every day online. We should not have to deal with it in real life as well. The gaming and streaming world has made its progress. It definitely has, but we're not where we need to be. We're not at all. And these platforms have a responsibility to create safe spaces for their creators and their audience. And as streamers, fans, gamers, we have a role to play as well. We have a role to hold them accountable. And also the creators on these platforms. So what do we do to fix this, right? Like, that's the ultimate question. What do we do to fix this? Platforms like Twitch and Kick, I feel like both of them, they need to step it up. It's time. There needs to be a higher standard of conduct, both online and in in-person events like TwitchCon, right? This means stricter consequences for harassment, better security measures, and more awareness for these marginalized creators who are often the target of this such behavior. And I'm not sure how they're going to do that, but I think that needs to be done. As the gaming community, we also do need to be more vigilant. And if we see harassment, we need to call it out. Support the streamers who are getting targeted. And make sure that this toxic culture doesn't get normalized. Right now, I feel, like I said, if it's all for the clicks, it's for the content, it's for the views. So we're doing the crazy stuff. We're wilding out. And if the wilding out puts somebody else down or puts somebody else in danger, makes them feel uncomfortable, That is not content we should be pushing. That is not content we should be sharing and supporting and encouraging. If Kick is going to compete with Twitch, it needs to do so in a way that elevates the community and doesn't drag it down, and vice versa, Twitch as well. For the streamers listening out there, please remember, your platform is your space to build. It's your space to build your community. Whether you're on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok, your actions, they have a rippling effect in this gaming world. So let's make sure that the effect that we're having is having a positive one. That's it. That's all I have for you today, you guys. Again, I'm ChrissyHQ, and I know this has been a heavy episode, but this is a topic that needed to be discussed. I hope that you found it informative, and I hope that it gave you maybe a new perspective on the platforms that we're using today. Again, I'm not choosing one platform or the other. I'm saying this is an issue that all of us have to deal with. I understand the rivalry. I totally get it. But I think this is an issue for all of us. As always, I've enjoyed sitting here talking. I hope that you guys enjoyed listening. Please drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of the whole Twitch versus Kick situation and what's going on. Send me your thoughts. Subscribe, like, share, you know what to do. Don't forget to drop a review over on Spotify. That'd be cool too. And I will catch you guys next time. Keep gaming, stay safe, and let's make this an all-inclusive, safe area for all of us. That's it. Bye.